Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of my Forest Moon Phase hashtag collage decks. So I have just enough that I needed to do this into a couple different videos. And I know the definition of a collage deck is an image transposed on another image, or two of something coming together. I know these are collage decks, but I may have more and I just don't know that they're collage decks. I don't know. I do have 3 I want to show you real quick. One is the Baroque Tarot. Oh my gosh, I can't get it out. One is in this baggie. It's the Super Linares Tarot. And then the other is the Key Tarot. All of these, to me, could be considered collage, in my mind. This is the Kickstarter edition of the Super Linares. These are the backs. Gorgeous pink. It's been well loved. I'm going to just show these briefly. I mean, is it a collage deck or is this just art? Let me know in the comments below. These 3 here, they're stunning. And it may just be that I wanted to show them off. So, the Super Linares, it's beautiful. And then I got the Key Tarot shortly after that. Did not get this in Kickstarter, even though it was a Kickstarter. Comes with this gorgeous book. It is gold gilded. Again, well loved. Vax. This to me screams collage. Even more so than the other. Stunning. But again, is it? Like, is it? Is it a collage? Or is it not? Sometimes I can't tell if that's supposed to be a collage deck or not. But this is a stunning deck also. I freaking love it. 2 pieces. That is the Key Tarot. I think it's still on eBay, Etsy. Baroque Tarot. I got this on Kickstarter as well. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. There's the book. Gorgeous gold gilding. It's been well loved. Backs. Gorgeous. This is a typical RWS, but is it a collage deck? I don't know. Is it something transposed onto another? I don't know. I can't tell. It is a stunning freaking deck, though. So you guys tell me in the comments below, are these 3, and I'm actually going to show you another one really quickly, that is the Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living Oracle. This is a mass market deck. I got this on Amazon. It's Amethyst Ascension's Fault. Gold gilding. Thinner little cardstock. And then these are they're different cards. Not many, but it's to help you kind of figure out how to lucid dream. It's a really cool deck. And I barely used it. But to me, that screams collage too. But I don't know. Let me know on those 4 decks in the comments if you know if those are collage decks or not. Because I don't know. First things first. My all-time favorite collage deck. I have 2 versions of it. It is the Stretch Tarot. This is my 4th favorite deck ever. This is on Make Playing Cards. This is the 2nd edition. The 1st edition had a different tuck box, but it was still a sturdy tuck box. It's an indie deck. I did edge this in blue. It's the only indie deck I've ever had that I've edged. What is happening right here? Okay. The cardstock is thick. You cannot ruffle shuffle this. These are the backs. This deck is stunning. It's one of my workhorse decks. I've used it for mediumship readings. I've used it for past life readings. I've used it for everyday readings. And it's got a bow. What's going on here? That's weird. I love this deck. Love it. And it was technically my foray into collage decks because this was my first. And for a long time, it was the only because it's so stunning and it was doing all the jobs. And I love that there's keywords on the minors. And then we got, I just found out last year, came out in 2022 on Make Playing Cards. It's a 2-part box. This is the Make Playing Cards version of this deck. It is a linen cardstock. It is a slippery linen, but you can ripple shuffle it. So I kind of retired the other one just because this one's much more bendy and it has extra cards in this one. It's stunning. It's, like I said, my number 4 favorite deck ever. I use it for so many things, and there isn't many months that go by where I don't wind up having to pull this out and at least playing with it a little bit. In that respect, it's probably my favorite deck, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. So that is the first deck I have to show you, technically, and my number 1 collage deck. My number 2 and 3 shocked me because I bought them both in 2023. And they are the Uncommon Tarot and the Rosebud Tarot, both Amazon purchases, both mass market, both from Wiser Books. Interesting. The Uncommon Tarot I got this one first in the beginning of the year. And I love how it's like a little, almost small oracle size. It's little pocket size. But bigger than pocket. It's like a Polaroid size. Interesting. Because I just bought another deck. It's on its way. This reminds me of this deck. But it looks like Polaroids. This deck is amazing. This deck has revolutionized how I do tarot readings with living people. And I specify living people because I've done a lot of mediumship readings as well. I'm better equipped to dealing with the dead than I am the living. And this deck changed that this year. Because I was never one to read for people. And this deck was like, we can read for anybody. Just come on. And it just opened up some floodgate. And this is the mass market version. It was indie at one point. It's different backs. I don't care. It's freaking beautiful. It's like $15. Maybe it's like $19 now on Amazon. I actually got it off of Wiser Books because it was on hold on Amazon when it came out. And I'm like, I'm not waiting. And I went and got it off of Wiser Books themselves. Amazing. Love it to pieces. Then we have the Uncommon Tarot, which has been around a minute. I love this, all the silver. I got this just because I wanted the silver gilding, and you can tell I've used the crap out of it. This, what the Rosebud did for living people, this deck has done for mediumship readings for me. It blew it wide open in 2023, and I'm like, what is happening? I've said many times with this deck, if I'm reading with this deck, I cannot go wrong. Every time I start doing a mediumship reading with this deck, the things that are coming out are always correct. And it just kind of helps boost, not my ego, but my ability to believe in myself enough to pass on the message. Because a lot of times I'll be like, oh, that's absurd. I'm not going to give that to them. And I could be missing out on giving somebody something that helps heal something that's broken. And this deck helped me realize that this year. And it was just like, or in 2023, it was just like, wow, this deck is amazing. It's a freaking beautiful collage deck. It don't look like much on camera, but up close and personal, knocked it out of the park. And these probably, too, are my fave collage decks for 2023. Even though I did get the other Stretch Tarot in 2023. These just, yeah, amazing. So next we have, I don't have any more decks, hardly. So that's pretty much it. I do have this Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. I saw somebody else do this hashtag, and they used this deck, and I'm like, is this a collage deck? I never thought of this as a collage deck. Maybe I just don't know what collage means. I did Google it because, like I said in the previous video, I love art. I don't know the language and legality of everything, but I do. Yeah, this is totally it's like transposed onto the back of a photo. Yeah, this is total collage. Stunning. I've used this as a mediumship deck as well. It's freaking beautiful. This pair is awesome with the stretch tarot, by the way. And I love the nice matte cardstock. This is a US Games deck, and it's stunning. Stunning deck. Look at that. That reminds me of the Hush Tarot, which I don't have, but will be getting shortly. Love that. It's stunning. Stunning. Huge cards. I've seen it trimmed lately, and I'm like, I've never trimmed an Oracle deck. For some reason, I do not feel the need to edge, trim, anything with my Oracle decks. I do a tarot, just not Oracle. There's only 2 Oracle decks that I have that have any kind of edging. And I've showed you one. So next we have the Relative Tarot by Carrie Paris. Now I'm going to tell you what. I had a dream about this deck before it ever came out. This was an indie deck that was a majors only. It is by, I think this is Wiser Books too, maybe. Yeah, Wiser Books also. Wow. And you notice they're all collage decks that I've gotten by Wiser Books. The book, if you're looking for a book for learning tarot, this is not it. This is like for your number, like your soul cards and stuff, which is a very interesting read. I love it. I love the way the deck shuffles. Actually, that hurt my finger. That one, for some reason. I love the backs. I love the gold gilding. I freaking love this deck. I've used it. I've had dreams of spirits coming to me long before I ever got this deck. And then I got this deck, and some of those spirits seem to be in the deck. And I'm like, how did that happen? Because I do very much dream of spirits and things happening and premonitionistic things happening. It all starts with my dreams. And so this deck floored me when I got it. I'm like, wait a minute, this person was in my dream, and this person was in my dream, and I saw this situation, and it's stunning, and I love it. It was very non-expensive. If you're looking for a Rider-Waite Smith, but not, this is a good deck for that. And it comes with multiple strength cards, multiple justice cards, multiple lovers cards. So you can have a little bit of say in creating your own version of this deck. It's beautiful. It's stunning. And that leads me to the last deck I'm going to show you. The Beloved Dead Oracle by Carrie Paris. This is also a Wiser Books. I'm telling you what, Wiser Books pulled it out in the 2023. This book I have not even looked at, honestly, because the deck has keywords. There's a ton of cards. I think there's like 90-something cards in this. Let me see. I don't remember how many cards in there, but there's a lot, because you can see it's a thick boy. And it's gold gilded, again, just like the tarot. Love the backs. It's wings. I don't know what to say. It's freaking beautiful. I've used this deck less than I thought I would, but I have so many now that are geared toward mediumship readings. That's a lot of what I look for. because you can never have enough. And I just haven't made the rounds with this deck yet, if that makes any sense, because I will be using it for that exact purpose. But it is a stunning freaking deck. Clearly it's a collage type deal. It's beautiful. Now I have a lot of decks. And if this is truly all the collage decks I have, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of decks I have now. But I feel like I'm missing a couple. If I went through my Oracle decks, I could probably come up with a couple more. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any other tarot or Oracle decks that I wanted to show you guys that either is or possibly is a collage deck. I know this one is. It's stunning. I use this literally for mediumship readings because it's got the keywords here that are just fabulous. And that's how I've been shuffling those. Shuffle them that way instead of the other way. And they shuffle fabulous that way. This one's also got a little bow. This winter is kicking our butt. That's stunning. It's beautiful. Look at that. Just gorgeous. So that is all, as far as I know, all of my collage decks. They're stunning. And I've noticed mostly the collage decks I have are all used for mediumship readings. I think there's something to be said for a collage deck because there's so many aspects of whatever's in the card that can help draw out anything. And you have to be open to anything coming through. Really, I've really noticed that in this past year. Like I keep going back to the friend next door, the neighbor next door, because I pulled out several. I tried to give her a reading, and I kept pulling the exact same cards, and she was like, "Well, use this deck or use this deck," because she collects decks now, and has started using them. That's how we kind of bonded, and she was like, "Well, use this deck. We'll use this deck." And then she's like, why are you keep getting the same? I mean, I think there was 4 decks where I literally pulled the first 4 cards was the same exact cards every time. And I was like, I don't know why. And then I'm like, let's clear the air and see if there's a spirit around. And if the spirit, and I think it was the Uncommon Tarot. No. It was not. I hadn't pulled it out yet. But I pulled out her RWS, basic RWS deck. And I pulled out the Page of Wands. And he's standing there with the cloak, with lizards all over it. And for the first time ever, the lizards were like a neon sign to me. And I was like, why do I keep getting lizard, like over and over my head? It was crazy. And she was like, hold on. And she came back and showed me a picture of this kid with a bearded dragon on his head. And turns out we realized in that moment that it was the brother of the spirit coming through that had been trying to come through. But because I was so adamant about giving her a reading, I was missing the signs. So if anything, these decks have taught me in 2023, it's to be open to anything that comes through. Because anything, it may seem insignificant to you, but to the querent or the person you're reading for, it can mean everything. And so, yeah, I've babbled on long enough. That is my beautiful collage decks. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.